Ambassador Zektar adjusted his ceremonial robes as he stood on the bridge of the hegemony flagship, Eternal Dominion. Through the vast viewport, the blue-green marble of Terra hung serenely against the starfield, looking deceptively fragile. 36 of the most advanced warships in the galaxy surrounded the primitive world, their weapons powered down as a gesture of goodwill. "The humans have accepted our invitation." "Your Excellence," reported Communications Officer Veltek, her 4 eyes blinking in sequence. "Their delegation is approaching in what they call a shuttle." Zektar's mandibles clicked with amusement. The primitive craft that emerged from Terra's atmosphere was barely worthy of the name spacecraft. Chemical propulsion, crude metal construction, and electromagnetic communications. The humans were at least 3 centuries behind the galactic standard. Their entire civilization would fit neatly into the hegemony's expanding empire with minimal resistance. "Maintain peaceful protocols," Zektar commanded. "We want them to join willingly. Their world has strategic value, and their species shows promise as laborers." The human shuttle docked with practiced efficiency, and soon a delegation of 5 humans walked onto the bridge. Zektar studied them with interest. Bipedal, bilateral symmetry, forward-facing eyes, a predator species but physically unremarkable. The lead human, a female with graying hair, stepped forward. "I am Secretary General Chen of the United Nations," she said through the translation device they'd provided. "We're honored by your visit and eager to learn about the wider galaxy." "Welcome aboard the Eternal Dominion," Zektar replied, spreading his arms wide. "I am Ambassador Zektar of the Galactic Hegemony. We come bearing an offer of membership in our great civilization." The negotiations proceeded smoothly over the following hours. The humans were remarkably accommodating, asking few questions about the hegemony structure or requirements. They seemed genuinely excited about joining galactic society, sharing their crude star charts and basic scientific knowledge with enthusiasm. "Your species shows great potential," Zektar assured Secretary General Chen as they concluded the formal talks. "Under hegemony guidance, humanity will find its proper place among the stars." Chen smiled, an expression the translation matrix indicated meant pleasure or agreement. "We look forward to learning from more advanced civilizations. There's so much we don't know." It was almost too easy. Zektar had conquered 17 worlds for the hegemony, and none had been as compliant as Terra. Within a standard cycle, human labor would be mining the rich asteroid belts of their system, while hegemony colonists settled the choicest territories. Another successful addition to the empire. The human delegation prepared to depart, but Chen paused at the airlock. "Ambassador Zektar, may I ask about your military protocols? We've detected several ships in our system." "Merely an escort fleet," Zektar replied smoothly. "Standard procedure for diplomatic missions. Surely you understand the need for security." "Of course," Chen nodded. "We actually have our own security measures. I hope you won't be offended if we activate them now that formal contact has been established." Before Zektar could ask what she meant, every sensor screen on the bridge erupted in alarm. Tactical Officer Brentock's voice cracked with disbelief. "Sir, massive energy signatures appearing throughout the system. Unknown vessels decloaking." The main display shifted to a system-wide view, and Zektar's blood ran cold. Ships, massive, sleek, and clearly advanced, materialized from apparent nothingness. They surrounded his fleet in perfect formation, their hulls gleaming with technologies he didn't recognize. The vessels were huge, dwarfing even the Eternal Dominion, and their weapon signatures made his most advanced warships look like toys. "Impossible," he whispered. "Our sensors detected no traces of advanced technology." "Your civilization is primitive." Secretary General Chen's smile never wavered. "Oh, that was our probe ships and orbital stations. We've been carefully broadcasting at your technological level to avoid misunderstandings. These are our actual defensive platforms. The lead human vessel, a kilometer-long dreadnought that seemed to bend space around it, opened a communication channel." The voice that emerged was calm, professional, and utterly terrifying in its implications. "This is Admiral Sarah Zhang of the Terran Defense Fleet. Ambassador Zektar, you are now surrounded by 47 ships of the line, each equipped with gravitational pulse weapons, quantum torpedoes, and singularity generators. Your fleet's weapons and shields are based on principles we mastered and discarded 2 centuries ago." Zektar's mandibles trembled. "This is impossible. Our intelligence showed no signs of advanced technology. Because we didn't want you to see it, Chen explained patiently. When we detected your fleet entering our system 3 months ago, we decided to evaluate your intentions. Your peaceful approach with 36 warships told us everything we needed to know. The Admiral's voice continued from the speakers. We've been monitoring your communications, Ambassador. We know about your conquest of 17 worlds, your slave labor operations, and your plans for humanity. We also know about the hegemony's expansion protocols and territorial claims. What do you want? Sektar managed to croak. What we've always wanted, Chen replied. To be left alone to develop in peace. Unfortunately, it seems that won't be possible with the hegemony's current policies. Admiral Zhang's voice turned cold. You have exactly 1 hour to withdraw all hegemony forces from this system and transmit a full database of your territorial claims. After reviewing your empire's practices, humanity has decided that the galaxy would be better served with new management. Sektar stared at the display showing his fleet. Now completely outgunned and surrounded by technology that shouldn't exist. You're declaring war on the entire hegemony? No, Chen said quietly. We're declaring peace. Permanent peace. For everyone who suffered under your guidance. As the human shuttle detached from the Eternal Dominion, Sektar realized that first contact had indeed been peaceful, exactly as the humans had planned it. The hegemony had just encountered a species that valued peace so highly, they'd become masters of war to preserve it. The galaxy was about to change, and humanity was no longer hiding.